Well, a very good afternoon and welcome to the second medal competition of the 2013 World Weightlifting Championships here in Wrocław in Poland. Michaela Breeze alongside myself, David Goldstrom, for this competition which features 9 lifters from Europe, Asia and South America with a 25 kilo spread across the class. Well, this is Margarita Yelisyeva from Kazakhstan, who in the snatch phase in the B group earlier today made this lift, which as a result of her body weight put her into the lead at the halfway stage on 85 kilos. However, in the clean and jerk, it was Marina Sisoeva of Uzbekistan who came out for this clean and jerk at 108 kilos. In the snatch phase, she'd already collected 82 kilos, so was 3 kilos down on the Kazakh lifter, but 3 good lifts here, culminating in this attempt of 108 kilos, ultimately good enough to give her a total of 190, and she, so to speak, is the leader in the clubhouse from the B group competition earlier in the day. So the best total so far as we go to the medal final now is 190, the best snatch 85, the best clean and jerk 108. Well, this is a competition full of interest, not least for the Chinese competitor who, just to whet your appetite, in the national games back in September actually exceeded the world record for the snatch. But that doesn't count. It's only an official championship such as this where world records can be set. But we begin with Ayşegül Koban from Turkey, just 20 years of age. Mediterranean Games champion this year, where she set personal bests in both disciplines and the total. First attempt, 77 kilos on the bar.
That was a very comfortable first attempt. Just been in the warm-up room watching these girls loosen off, and she looked confident all the way through, as is reflected there by first attempt. Great start.
Yeah, good start there, and of course 77 kilos. Just to remind you, the best snatch was 85, so a little way to go. But nicely done. It was a lift which you would have expected her to actually pick up without too much fuss or bother.
Yeah, what's interesting here, David, is Koban has put in a massive 200 kilo total. The rules specify that your starting weight must add up to within 15 kilos, and if you look at the weights that she's posted, 77 on the snatch, 108 on the clean and jerk, she is just within that 15 kilo total. So she's posted a high total here to try and get into the A group.
And that's called living on the edge.
Absolutely.
Well, the bar going up to 80 kilos. This is the first entrance of Hiromi Miyake. Now, those of you who were with us for the London Olympic Games last season will know that this is a woman who is a very experienced lifter. She went away from London with the silver medal, but is no stranger to lifting in between Olympiads at this particular body weight of 53 kilos. 27 years of age, one of the most experienced on the stage today.
No, this might be a World Championships, David, but it's not always a silly idea to move up a category in between major events. Nailing that on a first attempt. Great start. 80 kilos.
Worth noting that she is, by some way, the lightest competitor in this competition. 49.17. As I said, she's normally a 48 kilo lifter on the big occasion, so really she's light for this 53 kilo examination.
Yeah, it does make you wonder if she's only just over, literally 1.17 kilos overweight. It does make you wonder why she didn't drop that last little bit. It's not like she's weighing, 51 kilos and is struggling to make the 48.
She certainly would have been a medal contender for last night's competition, that's for sure. So Koban on the stage now. She's moved it up 3 kilos here. Lifted 82 kilos in the Mediterranean Games earlier in the year. That's her personal best at the first of these two disciplines.
Well, disappointing.
Mind and body were not combined there.
No, not at all. Did not come out there looking like the same lifter that we saw in the first attempt. This game isn't just about physical strength, it's also about the technical aspects, but just as importantly as the mental strength and mental focus.
And that failure is even more pertinent given your remarks a few moments ago about being on the edge of that 15 kilo barrier.
Yeah, you know, she didn't have any room for manoeuvre on her starting weights there. She had to start on the weights that she posted. So if the warm-up hadn't gone well, she wasn't allowed to bring her starting weights down, because otherwise she would have been outside that 15 kilo rule. It's a difficult decision, but at the end of the day, the lifters often try and put their entry total in a bit higher than they've ever achieved, so that they can make it into the A group. Disappointing though, because the Uzbekistan lifter that we saw in the B group earlier could have been in contention here, and it's a shame really that she wasn't in the B group, in the A group, and as we see here, Koban in the B group. But that's the way the sport goes.
Well, it is, and that's, you know, ultimately the lifter and the coach's combined decision as to what they posted as their entry total.
Yeah, some lifters will thrive off this kind of atmosphere, you know, all the lights, all the cameras, bigger crowd. Other lifters just prefer to get on and do it quietly. So
the big thing about being in the B group and not being in the A group is the fact that, you know, it's very different not being in the group that's actually physically competing with you, because you can't feed off your opponents.
That's it, you don't know what the other lifters are going to do. Here in the A group, we know what the medals are going to be won with, or the lifters back there will anyway, so they're in the running. But the B group lifters had to lift blind and just go out and give it their best.
Now, has to make this purposeful, locks on. Well, I'm very surprised. I thought she'd have come out and really...
It's hard, David, when you've done it once, you've got that mental block. It's very, very hard when you've only got a couple of minutes to recover, to go out and execute and actually, you know, make it the next time round. It's very easy to fall into that negative mindset and not have that commitment to drop underneath.
Also Thailand is prepared weightlifting.
Well, just doing the maths there, I mean, you know, she's done 77, take that off the 200, that's 123, unless my maths...
She's going to be nowhere near the total that she's posted, that's a fact.
This is going to be a rare occasion, because it doesn't happen very often.
No, that's the reason they brought in the 15 kilo rule for women and the 20 kilo rule for men. Just looking here, we've got Miyake coming out. She's actually rushing across the warm-up room there. It's quite a long warm-up room, maybe 30 metres long. Her name was called and she obviously wasn't ready, so she's had a quick trot to get to the platform.
I think she's all right. 43 seconds, 36 seconds in fact now at the chalk bin. And because she's experienced, she will not fluster.
No, she shouldn't do. She should be composed. But at the end of the day, that's the coach's responsibility. All they've got to do is make sure she gets to the platform on time. "15 seconds. Oh, a little soft at the bottom, but it looks like she steadied herself. Didn't hear the buzzer there, did you?
No lift.
Can only guess that her feet were not in line. Let's have a look at the replay. Lifter has to stand still, under control with the bar overhead, which she did, only for a split second until all three referees give her the down signal.
The referees today, Mary Hancock from Great Britain is the central referees. The other referees are Don McNeil from Canada and Pashik Al-Aberdian, who is the other man from Armenia. And she's confused, isn't she?
Well, just looking at the replay there, the only thing I could see from that was slight movement in the right elbow. That may have been the reason for a failure, but what I don't understand is why she wasn't given the buzzer. If all three referees have seen that, then she should have been given the down signal. So, I'm not sure.
The bar's on 83 kilos and Hiromi's going to have to come out, and I'm sort of confident that she will do this now the next time.
Well, it's a weight well within her capabilities, so...
She's got a illustrious career. Now, you can't really tell from that angle on the right arm, can you?
Her feet were in line. My guess is that maybe one or two referees have spotted the press out, but because all three referees haven't made their decision, they can't give it. I don't understand why that wasn't, the down signal wasn't given, David.
She's had a terrific career. It's not over, of course, but if you go back to the World Championships of 2006, 48 kilos, she was a world bronze medalist, and she's competed in 3 Olympic Games for her country: 9th in Athens, 6th in Beijing, silver in London. That's a pretty good sequence. And she's been the flag flyer. She's been the inspiration for other Japanese women to get involved in the sport.
Well, this is going to be a test of a true champion, David, whether she can remain composed. She's just had this weight overhead. Nothing wrong with the elbows in that case. Unlucky, couldn't quite hold it as it went behind. That's a smile of frustration there.
Well, 2 lifters and 2 surprises, really, in as much that disappointment for them, disappointment for us. These are weights they really should be able to lift. I mean, they've lifted them plenty of times. When you consider that Hiromi in London, 87 kilos, her best snatch at 53 is 88. So you would have hoped. But the year after the Olympics, sometimes, you know, it's an easier preparation, it's an easier year, and maybe you're not finely tuned up, but that seems odd, doesn't it, to bring yourself to the World Championships and not be ready to go.
Well, David, I don't want to put too much pressure on her there, but, you know, she did, as I said, have a quick run across the warm-up room to get to the platform in time. That's a mistake by the coaches. Under pressure, that's the way it goes.
Sapita, in fact... this is Rosmaris, yes, beg your pardon. Rosmaris Villa Barbosa, very experienced, 30 years of age, representing Colombia, 85 kilos on the bar. Rosmaris, who weighed in at 52.37. So this... for second place in the snatch rankings.
Great extension, solid overhead. I would encourage her to take her time a little. She was very quick to get that bar back down.
3 times a Pan-American champion. The reason she's gone into second place is that Margarita Yeleseyeva of Kazakhstan had 85 kilos in the B group earlier today and weighed in at 51.77, and that's the reason that Rosmaris has gone into second place for the moment. But at least she's got a good starter on the board. 3 times Pan-American champion. And now representing Thailand, Sapita Thanasan, the junior world bronze medalist of this season in Lima. Personal best of 91 kilos, but opening up on 85 here.
Just 3 kilos heavier than the weight that she posted at the weigh-in. So warm-up must have been going well.
Again, this would not put her into the lead in the snatch, but that's a bit irrelevant at the moment. What we wanted to see is a good opener here to get her on her way, build the confidence.
Wow, great extension. That is so much more dynamic than I saw when she was warming up just a minute ago. Really coming to life now on the heavier weights.
Turkey, Japan, Colombia, Thailand, Azerbaijan, Ukraine and China all represented in this competition.
Yeah, you can see the smile on her face there, standing up. She's pleased with that. Well in the competition. I think we're going to see a few more kilos added to her best snatch before the day's out.
Great tradition of women's weightlifting in Thailand. It's more about the women than it is about the chaps.
Definitely, and as we can see here now, we have another lifter from Thailand.
Yeah, this is always good when you have 2 in a weight class because they'll be pushing each other. This is Kitima Sultanan, runner-up in the Universiade in Kazan in July, where she was the silver medalist. She only lost the gold medal by a kilo to Kanayagi of Japan.
Well, out of the two lifters from Thailand, I would have said Sutanan, that's in frame now, was looking sharper in the warm-up room, but I think I'm not sure where to place my bets right now. It was a solid first attempt.
Lifted that weight in the Universiade, so actually picking up from where she left off in that competition, but we know that she can go at least another couple of kilos, so personal best really on the cards really for a few minutes from now.
Superb technically, David, there. The line of the bar was great, kept it on flat feet, got great extension, really fast, deep receiving position.
And an elegant lifter.
Came out quietly, unassumingly.
Now, back on stage now. Rosmaris.
To work hard for that, use the deep squat position to drive out.
Oh, sorry. Machado, I should have said, rather than Rosmaris. Now, this particular lifter from Colombia, there are two in this competition, Michaela. Less experienced, haven't really seen her on a world-class stage now for a couple of years.
68, proszę na sztangę. 88 kg sądzę bardziej. Bardzo Singh, Rosmaris Pilar Barbosa, Colombia, second attempt.
So, second attempt at 88 kilos coming her way. And she's got 50 seconds, so plenty of time. She was, a couple of years ago, top 5 in the junior worlds in Penang. Moved up in 2011 to this particular weight category from 48.
Just leaning back on that at the top of the lift. There's enough swing on it to be able to throw it overhead. That's a shame. It's really leading, as we see. We're watching the slow-mo in a minute, but throwing the head and shoulders back, that's going to make the bar swing. You see, she jumped back nearly a foot there. This really is going to be a close competition between the two Colombians.
Because it gives you, with two in the class, gives you a chance to get a respite. And
we come back to Rosmaris Pilar Barbosa, Colombia.
So Rosmaris is going to come out again and take this 88 kilos. Kristina Yovu of Azerbaijan has posted 90 as her opener. Likewise, Yulia Paratova of the Ukraine. And 95 kilos for Li Yayun of China. Will be, at least on paper, the last to start.
So the coach just giving her a little slap before she comes on. That is literally just to try and keep the legs firing, keep everything awake.
So, triple Pan-American champion, capable of at least 4 kilos more than this on a good day, but now has to get this. But if she does it, she goes into the lead.
Overcompensated that time. Still throwing head and shoulders back, jumping backwards, left the bar out in front. She's going to be gutted with that.
Yeah, because that drops her down to 85 in her quest for overall medals. That's a hard hit to take.
It is. When you're so far down on your personal best, she really is going to be pretty distraught with that. Was never really fully under the bar that time, David. It's a real shame.
So Sopita Tanasan on the podium in the junior worlds for the last 2 seasons. Bar 89. So 4 kilo increase. Just taking it in careful steps.
Nice, just taking a second to steady yourself at the bottom.
Yeah, a little bit more confidence after the first one. That was a better effort than the first attempt, and that's 2 out of 2, and now goes into the lead with that 89 kilos.
90 kilogramów, Krystyna Jobu, Azerbejdżan, first attempt.
So you're working hard to steady yourself. That smile of relief. You know what, 4 kilo increase between first and second attempt, that is quite a large increase at this body weight range, or sub 53. 4, 5, 6, 7 kilo increases become more apparent when the weight categories move up, but in the lighter categories it's generally 2-3 kilo improvement.
A couple of busloads of Ukrainians arrived yesterday, and they're sitting immediately to our left in one of the side seating banks, and there they are, and providing a really good boost for their lifters. This is the talented Yulia Paratova, the European champion of this season in Albania at this weight category, coming in at 90. That is what she achieved in the Europeans this year, but her personal best is actually 91.
Wow, really didn't take a time to steady herself there. This is a lifter living right on the edge. 90 kilos is the most that she's snatched in the European, just 1 kilo below her best. She's really coming out here all guns blazing.
90 kilogramów w dalszym ciągu. 90 kilograms.
Really didn't set herself. That bar pulled her onto her toes there.
New leader though.
Second attempt.
Well, there is the state of play, and as you can see there, a couple of failures at 90 kilos. Margarita Rosa Machado and also Kitima Sultanan, who's now out for her third attempt. And this would also be a personal best. It would put her into second place because of being slightly heavier than Paratova, who leads at the moment.
Not to be. She had enough leg drive on it. Bar was just out in front.
And again, 90 kilograms, Margarita Rosa.
Coming into a World Championships, if you can get 3 out of 3 in a personal best, that really is a big achievement. So close.
So now, the second of the Colombians, this is Machado. Machado had a failure at 90 as well, second attempt. This is the third and final opportunity, and that's gone south as well. And just as it was in the 48 kilos, Michaela, this is really disappointing, the amount of red on the scoreboard.
Here's when I saw the results from the B group earlier today. I think every single lifter in the snatch had at least 2 successful lifts, so you can see where the pressure is. Top end of the group, you know, everybody's under pressure there, they're pushing the limits. That's why we're seeing so many reds.
And there's 2 lifters yet to start. Kristina Yobu of Azerbaijan, formerly Moldova, and also Li Yayun, China's representative. But this is Sopita Tanasan. Now, so far, 2 out of 2. She's gone for 91 kilos. So this is a 3 kilo personal best. At this particular moment, she's in second place. But if she gets this, she goes into the lead, and then just has to wait and see whether the other 3 lifters who are alive in this competition
4 lifters left in, 3 medals to be had.
Exactly so.
She's just put herself in great contention. That's into the lead. Unfortunately, though, that's her third and final attempt, so she just has to go back to the warm-up room and sit and wait.
But all credit to her. I mean, that's 3 out of 3, which is what we were looking for. And, you know, 2 of those have picked up on her previous best. 89 was a kilo up. This is 3 kilos up, and what she does is consolidates her position at the moment in first place. But Paratova now. Paratova runs into trouble. Tanasan may be the beneficiary.
Well, by my records, this is going for a personal best attempt now. Personal best attempt to put it into gold medal position. My criticism of her first attempt was that she rushed the start.
I've actually got this equal to her personal best, but that's not really in her mind at the moment. Her mind is just getting that bar above her head in the required manner. 26 seconds.
And that rush position, hangs on to it too long at the top, trying to use the arms.
Now,
use the arms, the legs can't be effective.
She's going to have to follow herself because Christina Yobu doesn't want to come in till 93. Li Yayun doesn't want to come into 95. And the next lift is going to be a medal lift, because if she doesn't make it, she stays in second place, and Tanasan, who's got 3 out of 3, will have reaped the reward and must get the bronze for the snatch discipline. So 2 minutes in which to sort herself out mentally, technically.
I just want to use this lifter as an example when I'm trying to coach all the people that I've tried to coach over the last few months, last few years. This is a great illustration of what happens when you try and pull the bar at the top. You're wasting so much time getting underneath. You can almost see when Paratova lifts that there's hesitation almost at the full extended position, and that's time where she should be dropping under the bar.
Well, she's got plenty of time, more than a minute, so it's not about that. So if she gets this, she takes the bronze at least. But she doesn't, and backstage Sopita Tanasan of Thailand is going to be delighted because she's been rewarded with 3 out of 3, 2 personal bests, and Thailand have got their first medal of these World Championships.
There's a slight hesitation at the top where she could have been getting underneath, just time wasted. Unfortunately, that lift was going south.
So the bronze medalist from London 2012, when she was lifting for Moldova, on that occasion 91.116.219 to take that medal, but since then has competed in the Universiade. More of that in a moment. 93 kilos for the lead in the snatch.
Oh, that looked comfortable, David. Very, very solid. I think, if anything, she had to work hard to stop that bar going backwards. Very confident first attempt. Yeah, you can see the stress on the elbows there. Yeah, very solid overhead.
Yeah, she competed in the Universiade, took the silver medal there, but she was lifting at 58 kilos. She's come down from that weight to 53, which is a more familiar territory, and now coming out at 95 kilos as planned, a lifter who could be very, very special indeed. Li Yayun, if you were with us yesterday, we were saying that the vast majority of the team from China here are winners of the national games, which is a really big deal. And in the national games, this woman lifted 105 kilos, which is 2 kilos more than Li Ping's world record. It doesn't count as a world record because only IWF official championships such as the Worlds or the Europeans under the auspices of the WF or continental championships, only in those competitions can records be set. But 95, this should be and is very straightforward.
I want to see her do a double on that. Seriously, David, the size of her legs, absolutely massive. She must have squats for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Tremendous leg strength, leg power there. That looked very, very comfortable.
And if you've not been, or not familiar, I should say, with China's national games, they're a bit like the mini Olympics. 9,770 athletes, 28 sports, 36 delegations. This year's edition in Shenyang in Hunan province, and she was $100,000 richer for that success. But is she going to go for a snatch world record? That'll be interesting. Meanwhile, Kristina Yovu here, 96 kilos. Now, as a 58 kilo lifter in the Universiade, she actually lifted up 100, but in this particular weight division, I've not seen her lift more than 92 on a stage in competition such as this.
Wow, more impressive than the first attempt. She had to take an extra kilo on the Chinese lifter because she's carrying a fraction heavier in terms of body weight, so that now puts her into the lead. She's going to be very close.
Bar's going to go to 100, isn't it? You sort of know it, because it's going to be, the Chinese lifter is going to want to see Kristina lift out and then be left with one lift to go for a bit of glory.
Well, China have only come here for gold medals. I don't think anything less than that is going to be acceptable. So the question is, do we see the weights being pushed and each lifter pushing each other, or do we see them taking sensible weights that they know they're capable of?
Well, this is interesting. Li Yayun putting 100 kilos on the bar. So they both got 100, and remember, as Michaela just said, 52.73 the body weight for Yovu, 52.39 the lighter body weight for the Chinese lifter. So a little bit of cat and mouse early on here between these two.
Well, it's definite that Kristina Yovu is chasing the Chinese girl because she only took a 2 kilo increase. No, she took a 3 kilo increase, but she's now gone for a 4 kilo increase between second and third attempts. It's good to see China under some pressure.
Half a minute.
You wouldn't bet against it, would you?
No, you said the right thing. I mean, the leg strength is absolutely phenomenal. So the situation is, if Kristina comes out, this will be an excellent performance if she can get the 100 kilos. So it's Europe versus Asia.
Yeah, this won't put her into the lead because she's slightly heavier, but it will keep her in contention for the overall medal.
Yeah, good point. That, in fact, Li Yayun, whatever happens, is going to receive the gold medal for the first examination.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm impressed.
I'm super impressed. 3 out of 3 for both lifters. They both want this, and they really want it.
And you know what's happening here? The medals are going to the lifters who are achieving 3 out of 3.
And they should do. They should do. All 3 lifters there that are in the medals have all achieved 3 out of 3. And massive float on the bar, David. Great illustration of that. She's dropping. The bar's still flying up, still moving up. She's pretty much underneath the bar before it's even started to come back down.
World record attempt coming our way, 104. It only needed a kilo. Li Ping's record now under attack.
Big increase again, David, another 4 kilos. She must be confident in her ability on the clean and jerk.
Well, she lifted 105 in the national games, but she's just taking the kilo that she needs to actually get this record.
thought she had that.
So Li Ping's 103 kilos set in November 2010 in Guangzhou stands, but the interesting fact is that we've got two lifters on 100 kilos. It is Li Yayun who takes the snatch gold medal by virtue of lighter body weight, 52.39. Christina Yobu gets the same, but she's on 100 kilos. And the bronze goes to Sopita Thanasan of Thailand through her consistency. And there you can see there the top performances. Yulia Paratova of the Ukraine in the overall race, not out of this by any means. So the lifters have got about 10 minutes in which to get ready for the second part of the competition. And there you can see how costly it is. Hiromi Miyake in the 53 category, 80 kilos compared to the leaders 100. So the clean and jerk. Clean and jerk just underway. Hiromi Miyake with this lift at 105 kilos.
Yeah, working hard to drive out of that squat position. Driving to arm's length. She's safely in the competition. I think she'll be relieved now to have a total on the board.
Yes, but only in third place overall at the moment with 185. The leader earlier in the day, Marina Sisueva of Uzbekistan, snatch of 82 kilos, put together 108 in the clean and jerk for a total of 190. She leads with Margarita Yeliseyeva of Kazakhstan currently in second place on 186. But those totals and numbers will be surpassed pretty quickly. Now Paratova at the halfway stage in fourth place, two failures at 92 kilos, so 90 kilos, 10 kilos off the lead as she starts her second half challenge. Paratova, the European champion this year.
Legs almost buckled on the dip. She did well to recover from that.
I was going to say that whatever happens here, she absolutely needs to try and get 3 out of 3 here.
She does. The starting position there, very close. Used the whip nicely as she hit the squat position.
Takes the lead overall, 195 running total. Well, the bar changing, going to 107 kilos.
Nearly said that then, David. When she came out for that last attempt, her belt looked illegal. It looked too fat. You're only allowed 12 centimetres in terms of the thickness of the belt. And you can see there, she's just been asked to change her belt. So the technical referees have just picked up on that. That's going to throw a spanner in the works as well. She may be carrying a back injury, so that other belt may have been helping assist that.
So Margarita Machado for Colombia. Again, one of so many athletes, in fact, one of 6 athletes in the first half of the competition who failed their second and their third attempts. But Yulia Paratova, the bar going to 107 now, so this is that would be a 2 kilo increase. I'm not sure they've settled on this at the moment because that clock is counting down within a minute.
No, they're wasting time, David. It's a chance to give the lifters a bit longer to recover. It's another tactic that the coaches will use just to allow sufficient recovery time.
And the bar going to 108 for Asaguru Koban, the announced first attempt.
You can see here the coach is watching the scoreboard very, very carefully because we are so close. All of these lifters are within, well, just looking at the weights now.
10 kilos.
Well, there's only 2 or 3 kilos now separating pretty much all of them, so it's very, very close.
So another change. Machado now is going to come out. Margarita Machado. This is the Colombian who we haven't seen much of for the last couple of years, and there you can see if she was to get this, she would go into second place in both the clean and jerk and the overall rankings.
Oh, has to work so hard on that for a first attempt. However, coach has pushed her too hard on her first attempt. That's going to take so much out of her. Well, that's thrown a spanner in the works.
Well, the problem is that the weights were changing and perhaps the coach is not alert as they should have been, because I agree with you, that looks awfully heavy.
The weight that she posted at the weigh-in was 105 kilos. She's opted to increase that to 108. I'm guessing it's to try and stay with the rest of the competition and to stay in with a chance of a medal. The question is, has she gone that little bit too far? She's now under serious pressure with only 2 minutes to recover.
I think you've answered your own question there, because one thing I would say is that if she doesn't get it the second time, she ain't going to get it the third time.
Well, it's going to be a sign of a true champion who can dig deep, stay focused and execute when under pressure. But yeah, there's no doubt that she's definitely feeling the pressure here. She would have undone the knee wraps there to allow the blood to circulate around the legs to help with the recovery, but with only 2 minutes to recover, there's not much time for that. Clock is now on 1 minute and 5 seconds. If I were her, if I was coaching, I'd be getting up onto her feet around the minute mark so she can then get the blood flowing again, but she's got plenty of time still to come out.
Putting everything into context, the world clean and jerk record set in the Olympics last year, Zulfiya Shinshanlo of Kazakhstan, a whopping 131. But this is a long way from that, but on a personal point of view, this is mighty important now. I really feel, Michaela, she's got to get this.
It's a better clean, much steadier.
And well done. And it was all because of that early clean. The clean was much better, took a lot of less energy up, and she saved the day and ensured that she's got a total 87 kilos from the snatch race being added to the 108 to give her 195, and by heavier body weight over Paratova is a little bit lighter, she's gone into overall second place.
I also just flag up here that Kristina Yovu, who finished very late in the snatch, so was a silver medalist, she actually hasn't had that long to warm up. And bearing in mind these girls are all starting pretty much on similar weights, she needs to be ready. So my thinking is when she went off that stage after the snatch, she's straight into the clean and jerk, no rest, no recovery.
Sobita Thanasan now for Thailand, 109 for her opener. This is for 4 out of 4.
Very nice overhead, very solid.
And she keeps the happy sequence going.
Yeah, that was a superb jerk. Anybody looking for a textbook jerk, that was it.
So, Sobita, 18 years of age, so literally at the beginning of her senior career, although she's still in the junior ranks.
Very impressive and well over double body weight too.
She is the new leader with 200 kilos. World record, by the way, is 230, so we're a long way from that. And now Rusmeris Barbosa coming on for her first attempt, as planned, at 110 kilos. 6 in the Olympics. This is a weight that she's done on several occasions.
Again, having to work so hard on her first attempt. Ooh. Well, that's a telltale sign that she's trying to drive too early with the arms. As she dipped, the bar almost came off her shoulders and she mistimed that drive. That's unfortunate. She's going to be in the same position as her teammate. Having missed her first, under pressure. Bar staying very close all the way up. There's just nowhere to drive from. That bar was wanting to come back down as she started to drive up.
So Kitima Sultanan for Thailand. Again, another lifter opening up on a weight that she planned, but of course the first half of her competition, well, it didn't turn out as well as she'd hoped. Left on 86 kilos, down in 6th place at the halfway stage, so a lot of work to do now in this second part.
Keeping the bar moving at the bottom. Great drive to arm's length. Just have to take a second to steady herself, but that's going to be one under a belt. She's well in the competition. Are you watching what's happening behind the scenes there, David? It looks like Kristina Yoro has put her starting weight up to 113, just 2 kilos behind the Chinese girl. This is going to be so close.
This takes Kitima into 2nd place on 196. So 4 kilos off the lead, but Miyake now out for her second attempt. This is a 5 kilo increase, so this would only take her to 190, having been left so far behind. But as we said in the first part, I mean, you know, she's barely a 53 kilo lifter, weighing in at 49.17. Well, none of that was textbook.
Oh, what a fight, David, what a fight to steady.
Yeah, but there was press out there on the left arm, and it was clearly going to be a no lift, I'm afraid. It was a fight, but the whole thing was messy right from the beginning.
Lifter right on the limit there. Sub 50 kilo body weight, attempting a 110 clean and jerk. That is well over double body weight. Back foot slipped as well.
But this is what she seems to do. When she's there for the Olympics, she's a 48 kilo lifter. The years in between, she's 53. But as you said right from the beginning, it's slightly strange being just over a kilo over the 48 kilo category that she didn't go for that.
You could understand it if she was naturally weighing 51 or 52 and dropping down to 48, but naturally weighing 49, really?
Yeah. Strange.
Hips have shifted to her left. It's going to put some strain on the back. No legs left.
So Paratova now left in 3rd place at the moment, 95. 1 attempt left. The European champion.
Second attempt.
Oh, look at that back position. That's painful just watching. You can see a little bit dizzy there, the bar was over the windpipe.
Rusmeris Barbosa to come out for her second attempt.
Only 1 kilo increase.
No, it's...
So I was looking at a different lifter there on the scoreboard.
It's a second attempt at the same weight. So still looking for a total. She gets this, she goes to 195 and joins another couple of lifters on that particular weight.
Oh, that was comfortable.
And that's the lead in the clean and jerk and third overall. So good recovery.
Good recovery, but you can see how frustrated she is. She's wasted a lift, and with this being so close, that could have cost her a chance of a medal overall. Corrected the mistake though.
Well, this is the moment, isn't it, now in the stage of this clean and jerk competition? What have we got? We got the Turkish lifter who hasn't come out, and I wonder. Bar sitting on 111 for her opener. Yobu has yet to start on 113. Lee Yayun on 115. But it's really, I mean, there's 5 kilos covering everybody at the moment. And Miyake now, if she gets the clean, she's got the chance to get to 190 kilos. And to be honest, that'll be a real disappointment. In Paris in the World Championships, she was 53 kilo lifter, 203 kilos her total. Also in Antalya in 200. Ooh, what do you reckon?
Soft right arm.
No. Not her day, not her championship. I think it's back to the drawing board for her. This year, this competition does not count for qualifying points for the Rio Olympic Games, but next year in Kazakhstan it will. And she would, under normal circumstances, be a big point scorer for her team.
I think she'll be down to 48 for next year's Worlds.
So now, Paratova, can she make the progress? She's on 195. This is a 5 kilo increase. She tried it once, she didn't get it. This would be to take her to 200. Not to be. Paratova, who had an entry total of 206. And that, I'm afraid, has not gone to plan.
I never really got any leg extension into that. It's quite hard to get leg drive and leg extension in when you start with your feet so close.
Well, now this is going to be interesting. 110 kilos she lifted in the Mediterranean Games on her way to the gold medal in that competition, where she set personal bests all along the way. 111 now.
Well, first attempt, David, that's 3 kilos above the 108 that she originally posted. You can only assume that her warm-up's been going well.
Yeah, and I mean, if she'd have got that, it would have been 188 as a total, but she'd have still been 12 kilos short of the entry total that she put in.
No, that was nowhere near. That looked like it should have been a third attempt, not first. It won't have taken too much out of her because she didn't get too far through the lift, so you'd hope recovery's not an issue. 2 minutes.
Well, she's fortunate because it looks as if...
lifter, yeah.
Well, although it's down to 40 seconds, I think it's changing, surely. And...
that is so hard, that is. Coburn is following herself, but because another lifter was cool before her, the clock started. It's now gone back to Coburn. She doesn't get the 2 minutes. The clock goes back to 1 minute, so she's barely had any recovery time here.
Just to reiterate, if she gets this, she adds 111 to 77 kilos, which would be 188, and that would put her inside the 15 kilo mark and she would have a legal score. No.
I cannot see how she's going to nail this on the third attempt.
No, because the same thing's going to happen, although if nobody messes around, she'll have 2 minutes.
There's two other lifters that have 111 kilos down on a third attempt, so technically there should be two lifts before her, but I can't see Philip Barbosa staying on 111 and having just done a 110, so she'll probably go straight up.
Well, Machado's coming out now for 111. This is her third and final attempt to give her 198, which would actually give her the lead in the clean and jerk.
She's okay, just frustrated.
But once again, the red on the scoreboard really building up now. Still waiting in the wings, Kristina Yobu from Moldova, originally, these days for Azerbaijan, 113. Her posted opening weight. Li Yayun of China, 115. And Coburn now. This is quite simply make or break. She doesn't get this, well, she doesn't get a total. If she does get it, well, you said living on the edge, boy.
She must have a superb jerk to be starting this heavy on the clean. Let's hope we get to see it. Seriously hard, the clean. Well, she does have a superb jerk, but when that clean has taken so much out of you, no wonder she struggled. That's a crazy call, David. 111 kilos. I shoot the coaches on that one.
Only 1 out of 6 lifts made. That in itself tells a story, but a really disappointing afternoon for the Mediterranean Games champion and the Universiade bronze medalist of this year. 20 years of age, she has time on her side, but not a nice way to travel home after that sort of sequence. And I just think they got it wrong right from the beginning with the entry total of 200. They all put themselves under far too much pressure.
Completely agree.
Now, Thanasan, Thailand. 3 kilo increase. She's in the lead at the moment, so this is interesting. And 100% record to date, so I hope that isn't the commentator's curse. She's just got better and better as the competition's gone on.
Tempting fate, David.
I'm on her side. Had to work that bit harder. Come on, come on.
Steady yourself.
Oh, I'd give her that. I really would.
I would as well. Some movement in the elbow, though, I thought, when she tried to recover, head to the centre referee, but I doubt the side referees would have seen that.
Yeah. And the jury looked pretty stationary. I can't see any movement from their desk, so I don't think this is one they're going to overrule. So, the good news goes on, 5 out of 5. And Sir Peter, interestingly enough, now a kilo ahead of her entered total. So, Rosmeris, final attempt, 112 on the bar, 2 kilo increase.
Great timing on the clean. All the Colombians moving their hands out very wide for the jerk. Less distance for the bar to travel, and she's nailed that.
That's great. She's up to second place overall and the lead in the clean and jerk. Lifts running out.
13 kilograms on the bar.
So just at this moment, it is Sabita who leads the way. Rusmeris Barbosa overall in second place on 197. Kitima Sultana on third place, and she's still got 2 attempts left. Let battle commence. Kristina Yovu representing Azerbaijan, 113 kilos for her opener. This is up 3 kilos from what she originally posted. Great clean.
Well, that's why she's in contention. She's catapulted herself into the lead there. She'll sit now, she'll wait. The others are going to have to do something very special to take away at least a silver medal from her. She's now going to wait to see what she needs to try and take gold.
So Sapita Tanasan knocked down to second place. She's 10 kilos behind Yovu, but she won't be too worried about this. What she really wants here, 1 kilo increase to take her to 204, and that would be the perfect 6.
I think this would be a bronze medal overall for her if she can be successful.
She's really in new territory. 2 kilos above her previous personal best. All depends about this. Can she get there? She can. One big last effort.
Oh, mistimed the jerk, pushing with the arms.
She may still get the bronze.
She may well do. She's got to go back and sit and wait now. It's the worst thing to do. I think you can see by her reaction that she is delighted though. 5 out of 6 lifts on a world stage, personal best. What more can you ask for?
Yeah, a name 18 years of age.
Incredible. Some experience she would have gained there. And you know, it's great to see her enjoying it as well. Yes, there's a lot of pressure, but to enjoy it is critical.
She stays at the moment in overall silver, but now Kitima Sultan, and the bar has gone up to 114 kilos. Now, this would take her to 200.
She's playing catch up on her teammate here.
She's actually heavier also than Tanasan, which, if she wants to catch her, is not in her favour.
Well, that's going to give her a medal on the clean and jerk. She needs another 4 kilos though to try and take that bronze medal off her teammate.
Well, she's actually going to need more than that because she's heavier than Tanasan, who's on 203. Yeah, sorry. I was thinking she did get that at last lift, when of course she didn't.
Kitima Sultana, Thailand, is prepared. Przygotowuje się.
So, Lee Yayun, the leader by virtue of lighter body weight at the halfway stage, over Kristina Yovu. This, of course, is Lee Yayun for China, National Games champion, in which she clean and jerked 122 kilos. Well, I'm not worried about this. Not worried about that sort of total at the moment.
Easy clean, solid jerk. Catch me if you can is what she's just said.
Yeah, new leader. And 115 adds on to the 100. So 215, Yobu 213, Sapita Tanasan Thailand 203. Those are the leading scores at the moment.
So if Christina Yobu has any sense, she will take a kilo more than Lee Yayun. Christina is heavier on body weight, so only needs 1 kilo more. So she's just going to play a waiting game now. Whatever Lee Yayun takes, I'm fairly sure Christina Yobu will take a kilo more.
But Kittima putting 116 on the bar. Kittima Sultanan of Thailand. Now she's got 200. This would take her to 200 and just looking at this, 202, wouldn't it?
She needs 204 to take the bronze medal. Maybe she's looking for
She has done 204. She did 204 in December of last year in Elat at the World University Championships. 117. So that's 3 kilos, but have they got this right or wrong? She is heavier than Tanasan. So this would take her to 203.
This makes no difference on the medals. Maybe put her into the silver medal on the clean and jerk. No, it's gone to 118.
Well, now that makes a lot more sense.
This is an attempt at bronze overall to take the bronze medal off her teammate.
And the lead in the clean and jerk.
But the message has only just got through from the back room to the front. Loaders are frantically trying to put 118 on the bar. The lifter is ready.
Well, this will be some recovery when you consider that she missed 2 attempts at 90 kilos in the snatch phase, so she lost 4 kilos to the whole field in the first half of the competition.
Her best down was 116, so this is 2 kilos over what she's lifted before at competition. Well, I've seen lifters not get out of the way on jerks, at least she did.
All credit to her. And again, a Thai lifter with a smile on her face.
Well, that was a gutsy effort. Her teammate will be relieved though.
So that does mean that Sapita Tanasan, because of her consistency, those 5 out of 6, she was rewarded in the first half with the bronze medal in the snatch phase, and she's been rewarded with the bronze medal in the overall. In the clean and jerk at the moment, it's Ali Yayun in gold. In silver, Kittima Sultanan. In the bronze medal position at the moment is Christina Yobu. So I suppose you could say that Sultanan has got that consolation prize of a medal in the clean and jerk.
Yeah, well deserved.
Now Yobu, 120 kilos, 7 kilos up. Now this is high stakes poker.
This is massive, a 7 kilo increase between first and second attempt. Previous best 116. We're looking at attempt at 120.
Although she did do 126 as a 58 kilo lifter.
It's a different ball game when you're dropping a category.
Is it?
Wow, look at the leg strength there. Lost the weight but managed to maintain the strength. Oh. Well, it was a gutsy effort. It's now Lee Yayun's attempt at the same weight, and she's going to come out on it. Lee Yayun is successful with this. I'm fairly sure that we will see Christina go for a 121.
So effectively, both Michaela and myself think this is for the championship, the world championship. No disrespect to Christina Yobu, she does have one more attempt. This could go wrong. Probably won't. Not after that clean.
So Christina needs 121 to put herself back in gold medal position. She'll have a go at it for sure.
kilogramów proszę na sztangę. 121 kilograms on the bar. Krystyna Jobu atakuje pierwsze miejsce.
Well, if she takes 121, so that's an 8 kilo increase, yeah. Exactly right, that's what she needs, being the heavier of the two.
Well, if successful with this, it's all down to China then. Li Yayun would need to be successful with her third attempt.
Probably saw Zlatan Vanev just a moment ago on the left there. Famous there he is on the right, a famous Bulgarian lifter who transferred his workstation to Azerbaijan as well. I can remember him having one of the most horrible dislocations I've ever seen in Riesa 1998. Yeah, never want to see anything like that again.
But he propped up on the platform, on the podium by second and third place.
Right, so this for the lead. Nine seconds, 8, 7.
Well, that was a very strong clean, better than her second attempt. Does she have the legs? She has. Can she stand still?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. That is a terrific recovery, and it just shows you how much improvement Krystyna Jobu has found. And that is a whopping 8 kilo increase on her successful first attempt, and takes her to 221 kilos and forces Li Yayun to come out to make her third attempt. As you rightly said, Michaela, it was all set up with the best clean of the lot. And
well, quite rightly so. Li Yayun only taking the 121. This is equal to what Krystyna's just done, but because she's lighter on body weight, this will take the gold medal on the clean and jerk and the overall total.
But this is only a kilo below what she lifted in the national games, so this is no gimme.
No, definitely not. This is a very, very sensible call. Works a bit harder on that clean.
It's there. The championship is hers, and a second championship in 2 days for China. This time it's the women's 53 kilo title that goes to China, and 5 out of 6 lifts, all good. And by virtue of body weight, lighter body weight, as it was in the snatch phase, she takes the spoils.
Well, credit to Krystyna for putting her under pressure. That really was a very, very close competition.
So the 1, 2, 3 is China. Li Yayun 221 takes the gold medal ahead of Krystyna Jobu of Azerbaijan, the silver, and the bronze going to Thailand, Sopita Thanasan at the age of just 18, 5 out of 6 on 203. Very much the best of the rest. There you can see the clean and jerk results, but still the total results to come. And Koban there, well, a very poorly planned World Championship in my book, and as a result of that, not a good day.
Mr. Ma and Mr. Yurbanko to the warming up area.
But very interesting. Those two are going to meet again, aren't they? Li Yayun and Krystyna Jobu, and that'll be fascinating. Here you can see this Chinese talent. She is only 20, hails from Guangdong in the south of China. That's the province she represents. Really impressive. I love the way that she goes into the zone for her lifts. And Li Yayun, there are the final statistics. Gold to China, silver to Azerbaijan, and the bronze to Thailand, with Kitima Sultanan in 4th place.